Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part two of the Bullhour5 Show, and this is your host, Bill Kennedy. And we decided, me and my team, which is just me, and decided to do a part one and a part two. That way we can get our 20 minutes in. It seems like our response is growing more and more, so which is a good thing, you know. We're going to keep it an opinion show, so don't forget that. And we talked about, the last show we talked about voting. I got a nice email from a woman, and she wanted to talk. You know, she basically said that she likes shows like this where she can help her, learn more and vote more. So today's show is going to be on basically we're going to talk politics again because it seemed like that's what everybody wants to talk about right now. But we're not going to do. Keep in mind, we're not going to do every show on politics. We're just going to do one more show because this is part B, and we're going to talk about rallies. How politics and how politicians do rallies. And I'd like to I got an idea how I think rallies would be good for the people and good for the people that go to rallies, you know, people like me and you that go to these rallies and we want to answer questions and that. What would be wrong, or what would, other than they probably don't have guts to do it, but what would be wrong if your Republicans went to a Democrat area, and the people in his rally were Democrats, and the Democrats went to the Republicans area, and the people in the stands were Republicans. You know, like going into enemy territory. I mean, the rallies, the way they're set up right now, it appears to me like John McCain. He went to rallies. Yeah, he was in a Democratic area, but everybody underneath the tent, or everybody that was in the gymnasium, was all Republicans. You know, they're all basically supporters of his to begin with. So how can you not go wrong? I mean, why not have people in that gymnasium that are the Democrats? So you can talk to them and answer their questions and let them know firsthand what kind of person you are, what kind of package you want to sell them, and what your beliefs are. And then the Democrats, they could have Republicans in there. I mean, is it because they don't have enough guts or what? I mean, you go in there and you just tell them, look, you know, I'm on stage here to answer your questions. You people are Democrats. You people are Obama supporters. I'm here because you've got to, you know, if you want to win the election, you've got to convince the people that aren't going to vote for you to vote for you. I mean, you've already got the votes from your own kind, so you want to convince them. Well, you're not going to convince them by going to a rally that's staged and already handpicked, and you know you're going to get cheers and that. That to me is not what America's made of. America's made of walking into the lion's den and taking on the challenge. I mean, that's what built this country, and that's what's going to continue to build this country, is that kind of forum and that kind of nature and that kind of guts. But I don't think we'll ever see that. You know, it's too much handpicked and too much made sure that everything looks good. You know, I mean, I just feel that they need to change that, and that's quite a concept, you know. And like during the primaries, you know, you had your Republican Party up there, and you had 10 Republicans running. You know, you had John McCain, you had Mitt Romney, you had Huckabee. You know, you had all them running, and you know, good God, they're running all over the United States campaigning that. Okay, why they're running around the United States campaigning a year and a half before the election? Who's back home minding the store? You know, I mean, who's back home running their business while they're gone? Who's back home running the state while they're gone? You know, and that they have no shame of, well, I'm out campaigning for a year and a half, and basically, you know, I suppose there's people back there running, but you know, it kind of makes you wonder, why does it have to be a year and a half? The reason it has to be a year and a half is because they have nothing new to sell to the public. You know, it's just, like I say, one set of rules. You know, they have nothing new. Oh, I promise you this, I promise you that. And you know how promises are. They last about as long as water in the mid of your hand, you know. But and another thing is, what about another rule, too, that I think the people in the United States need to rally around and make sure that, you know, if you're a governor and you're running for president, or if you're a senator and you're running for president, if you lose, you've lost your job. You know, you need to go back home to the bicycle shop and get a job, because these people that say, well, I'm a governor of the state, so I want to run for president, and I'm going to take a year and a half and run for it, and then they lose, and well, I'll just go back and be a governor again. No. You know, you either win or you lose. There's no, for them, it's not like a lose-lose situation. I just think that, I mean, what happens if the common man, the common woman wanted to go out and campaign, and she went up to her boss and said, you know, I want to run for mayor, and I need 5 months off my job. He's going to look at you and say, well, yeah, you can run for mayor, you know. That'd be a good thing, but you're going to lose your job. You know, you have to pick, or if you want to run for governor. I mean, but these people don't. So I think that's something that we need to take a look at, and I'd like your views on that. I'd like your emails and your view on my opinion. I just think that if you're a governor or a senator and you're going to run for president, I think that if you lose your job. You just can't go back and say, well, I'll take my job back, you know. No. When you sign on to run, you resign from your position. And, you know, that would keep a lot of people from, you know, jumping in and running. You know, I mean, good gosh. You know, every year it seems like every time there's an election, it seems like there's a lot of people that want to run, and you know, there's only one winner. You know, it's like Talladega Nights. You know, Ricky Bobby. If you don't win, you lose. You know, if you're not in first, you're last. So that's kind of cool. That's a pretty good show, by the way, too, and it's kind of funny. But that's my opinion of the whole thing, and I just like your opinion, and whether you agree with me or disagree with me. And I just think that the politicians, they, you know, no matter, even when they lose, they win. You ever notice that? Even when they lose, they win. And I think after they resign or they get elected out, I think they need to pay for their own insurance. Why should we carry their insurance, you know, throughout the years? And why should we be responsible for their insurance for all them years after they get out? I mean, who you out there, when you retire from a place, who pays for your insurance? I mean, come on, let's be real. This is the way the world works. That water was good anyways, thank you. But that's the way the world works, is, you know, our politicians, I mean, gosh. You know, my kids say, hey, Dad, you know, what should I be for a living? Be a politician. I mean, it's, you know, they always joke the weatherman. You know, I want to be a weatherman. You know, it's the only job in the world where you don't have to be accurate. You can screw up every day and still have your job. Well, you know, I don't know about that, but politics, you know, and they're in Washington. They get free meals, free transportation, hotels. I mean, and it's all on our pocket. It's all on our dime. And now, you know, they're taking our money and they're bailing people out. And, well, we all know how the country feels on bailouts, you know, and they say the company's too big to fail. Well, you know, the thing of it is I don't believe it's too big to fail. Break the company off. Break it off. Break sections and sell off the sections, you know. It's just, they never put it before the voters. I mean, why don't they have us vote on bailouts? The reason they don't have us vote on is because they know it would never pass. I mean, they know we'd never allow it, you know. They say we want to keep capitalism, but I can't see where if my business fails, I can't go and get a bailout. I have to do what's right. During lean times, I have to tighten my belts. I have to be responsible. I have to pay my taxes. I have to pay my payroll. I can't just say, well, you know, I'm going to take all the money and run. I mean, I can, but that's not right. That's not right. There has to be some accountability, and I heard about accountability during the campaign on both sides of the fence. And I haven't seen any of it yet. So, but I want your emails on your views on my thoughts on the rallies and that. And once again, this is just one man's opinion, and we're going to go from there. And we're going to go, like I say, we're going to try to get as many shows on as we can until I figure out how I can get longer than 10 minutes. But pass the word along and tell your friends that there's a new show on, and it's getting better and better and better. And it's time for me to get on out of here now. So I'd like to say thank you for watching the show. And this is Bill Kennedy at the Bullhour5 Show. And I want you people to be safe and be kind. Remember, the theme of the show, be safe and be kind. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.